Hi and welcome. Today we're going to put together this welcome pumpkin banner, and I have it on gray paper so that you could see the white border. The first thing I'm going to do is build the pumpkins, and I'm just going to move the stems off to the top because I want to put the pumpkins together first and then put the stems in position, because you'll see I won't be able to tell where the stem goes if I don't have the pieces put together. So I'm just going to use my sticky tape and my zig pen on the skinnier parts to put the pumpkin shadows together. I'm going to use my tape as well as the zig pen for the other pumpkin. I'm going to use the zig pen here. And you can see how it fits into the curves, giving it just enough shadow to make it more pumpkin-y. This is actually a gourd, or I guess you could call it a squash. I like the variety of the colors of the pumpkins. You could certainly make them all orange if you prefer. When I take stuff off my sticky mat, I always try to put it into the position that it's supposed to go in. I'm gonna do the lettering last. So let's put the pumpkins on. And yes, I stuck this core or stem on previously. I'm going to use my Reflections Pop Dots. So the Reflections Pop Dots is really from the Stamping Up group. They're a little bit thinner than your regular Pop Dots. I'm gonna put the two end ones on first, and I'm really just using a Pop Dot on either side. And you'll see that the end of this shape, so you know where it goes in, and it's just a little white border to hold the whole design together. So this one is going to go here, and I think I'm going to put this gourd over. I'm going to put this one on, and then I'm going to tuck these over. So you could look at it and follow it exactly as the file is laid out, or you could just put them on as they look right to you as the crafter. Again, follow your little edge at the bottom. All right, I'm going to put that pumpkin on. And now these, just gonna cut the tape apart a little bit. Because I want the gourd on the outside. To come over the pumpkins. And I want this one to come over. What I like about the design is you could put it on a board, or you could certainly just make it skinny like this and hang it with a ribbon. You could put it on even a circular board and the pumpkins would stick out on either side. So I'm going to put my stems down, and I'm really only going to glue onto this part where it sits on the actual pumpkin. And I'm going to follow my white shape, so it's going to pop up a little bit. Same thing with this one. And this one is really just going to catch the top of the gourd. This one's down the center. And this one's catching the top. So now the welcome, I think I should put the letters together first and then pop dot them in. So it's really hard to see on the, let's do it this way. Make sure you always check the letters when you're putting the word together to make sure it's correct. I've definitely been known to misspell stuff. So I'm going to add some of these larger pop dots to the back of the letters so they really do pop up. I'm going to cut my borders of my pop dots because there's no reason not to use everything. Skinnier. Okay. So my suggestion is to lay it in position. Oh, so fun. Encourage you to eyeball it because there's no mistakes in art. If you don't like something, you could always remake it. Everything is fixable or adjustable. I love the story of Van Gogh. I don't know if you're familiar with his portrait, and you see this famous portrait in a museum, but did you know that he painted a self-portrait over 50 times? I don't know the exact number, but the point is that sometimes we have to do the project over if we're dissatisfied, but I encourage you all to always try something new, something different. Do it again until you like it. It's important to not quit when you're specifically crafting, because what I always hear people say is being an expert at something doesn't mean being a perfectionist. It's not even in the sense of good enough, but it's well done. And if we get all hung up on, or if I get all hung up on, you know, the line is a little off, this is a little crooked. I mean, you can see I put the tape on the wrong side, and I just said, you know what, I'm going with it. I love to create, and I don't want anyone else stopping me, never mind my own mind. How about that? I'm gonna put it back on the brown paper so you can see it. Now, because this is long and skinny, yes, you could stand it up on a mantle, or you can have a piece of wood. So I have a piece of wood here that I just added a hook to the back. And yes, it's blue, but I love adding retro colors to traditional colors. I think it adds a little bit of unexpected fun. So I am going to tape this down onto the wood. You could use a flat piece of wood. The thing is that if you just try to put string on either side, the center will bow. So you can make it into a plaque that you can hang. I could have painted the wood a brown, a natural wood would be nice too. Or if you had a board, you could also shrink the whole design by holding the shift key down on your keyboard and make it smaller to fit a standard 12 by 12 board if you prefer, or a canvas. So like and subscribe so that you don't miss any tutorials or new design work I'm doing, and thank you so much for watching.